There's this girl that went viral on TikTok. She's in the 1 Million Club with you, Anna.
Fellow, yes.
Her name is Sheridan. And she...
It's an exclusive club.
Y'all got robes and jackets.
This is something that I have never heard of happening before, but it happened to her. And apparently some dude at a bar slipped something, but not in her drink, like most girls are trying to be aware of. He slipped a tracking device in her purse.
Oh, my God.
Oh, man.
Isn't that scary?
That's even worse.
So, yeah, luckily, she happens to be a friend of a friend, and Trey managed to get a hold of her. So we're going to be talking to her at this time tomorrow.
Wow.
And, yeah, she's going to give us how this happened. We can talk to her. How do we avoid it? But mostly, when you go home, ladies, now that we're starting to go out, check your purse.
Watch for that, too.
Watch for that as well. You had a scary situation recently, didn't you, Anna?
Yeah, unfortunately. Really terrifying. I last week was out walking my dog in the middle of the day, like 1:30 p.m., broad daylight, everything. And I started to kind of get that feeling like I was being followed. And unfortunately, I was. Oh. I noticed this man just following me, getting closer and closer. And I have a 60-pound dog, and I like to think that, you know, worst case scenario, he would react. But I was not in the mood to find out if I was right or wrong about that.
How many feet would you say this dude was
away?
He
was speeding up. And I started kind of crossing streets, zigzagging. And when he got close enough...
So he's walking. He's on foot as well.
He was on foot, yeah. I mean, so was I. But the closer and closer that he got, he started just shouting horribly inappropriate things that I'm never going to repeat. And I think he could probably tell that I was starting to panic. I mean, I'm kind of shaking right now just telling y'all. But
yeah.
So I immediately texted my best friend who has my location. And I said, hey, keep an eye on me. Because I know that she was on her phone at the time. I was like, just open your location. Just watch me, like, please, for the next few minutes. I knew there was a restaurant nearby that always has a crowded patio. Mm-hmm. And I started trying to speed up, and my dog, again, he's 60 pounds, and I was trying to haul
Come
him.
on.
Let's go. He was, wanting to chase squirrels and stuff. So that was kind of another thing. And I think the guy could see that I was struggling with my dog, so he was getting even closer and closer. And
did your dog, when he started screaming, did your dog get curious? Because sometimes dogs will get curious at people talking or yelling, and he wanted to see. Hey, what's he saying?
No, he was confused. I mean, he's a dog.
He didn't know. He didn't know good person from bad person.
Right, and he's very friendly, and I didn't want to rely on him in that situation.
Did you think the man was mentally ill?
I don't know. I couldn't tell. I didn't want to find out. I just didn't want to get there.
You would think so if he's yelling obscene things at Anna,
Maybe, but maybe not. Maybe he's just a creep. There's creeps out there. And so I got to this restaurant with the patio, and there was people there, thankfully. And I think there was people that were sitting there that I could kind of tell I was shaken up.
Yeah.
And so I stayed there for a while because if this man was close, I didn't want him to see which direction I was going to go in.
Yeah, for sure.
Wow.
So I
So
stayed
he stopped
there.
following you at that point?
Yeah, I didn't see him anymore. I think whenever I started walking towards where there was more people is when he kind of stopped following me, and it was absolutely terrifying. I'm kind of traumatized by the experience.
You did the right thing though, Anna, because they say if you're ever being followed, whether you're in your car or on the street, they say don't go towards your house.
No, not at all.
Right?
And that was the last thing I was going to do.
Yeah. And you went to a public area where you thought there was going to be a lot of people. That is absolutely the correct thing to do right there. In that situation.
So and I didn't. I mean, I was just out walking my dog, so I didn't have pepper spray or things like that on me. It was just my person.
I'm gonna get you
some. Your big dog would be a deterrent.
You would think.
The one thing that is okay to do, and I don't know if you thought about doing it, Anna, was calling the police in that instance or that situation is 100% okay, and they're there to help you out because whoever's on the phone with you can be in contact with a police officer, and they can keep track of you.
That's what they're for,
Yeah, that's what they're there for.
Don't be afraid to call.
So how did you get home? Did you wait? After you waited, did you just walk back home? Or
I waited a little bit. I texted my best friend, and I was like, I don't see him anymore. I called my boyfriend, all sorts, and I just hung out for a while just until I felt comfortable to go. And it's not like I was a block away or anything like that. I had a little ways to go to get home. Yeah. But yeah, once I made it home, I just kind of cried about it.
Glad you're okay, baby.